Hello, folks, and welcome to The Bend Show. You know, where you pull that tractor over or the big rig, get out of the office and share the other parts of life with us in the outdoors, where you never know what's coming around the bend. I am your host, Rebecca Wanner, a.k.a. Beck. As always, we love hearing from all of you. Comments, stories, ideas. Get a hold of us anytime. Call or text 305-900-BEND. That is 305-900-2363. Or drop an email to bendradioshow@gmail.com. And by the way, with all the field updates that are going on, guys are hitting the... I shouldn't say just guys and gals, we're all hitting the field going after our deer, our big game, things like that. We want to hear about what you're seeing out there as well. So you can send those updates to that same number. Again, that's 305-900-2363. My producer, sound engineer, co-host is here riding shotgun as always, Jeff Tigger Erhardt.
I was looking on some different Facebook groups that we follow, and there have been, even in the North Country, some monster moose that have been harvested. One of our congressional delegates, I think is how you properly say that he just recently harvested a moose up towards the Canadian border. This was amazing. I didn't know that he was a hunter. Got my vote now.
Right? Exciting times. And along with some of these tags are once-in-a-lifetime tags for some of these folks that are, happy. We're very happy to see that they're bringing home real trophies to boot. You know what, Tigger? We're going to jump right into our spotlight, so cue the music. Well, we have a buck story for all of you. This one takes us to North Dakota, where we are spotlighting Brian Ressler from Cooperstown, North Dakota. You know, the other week he was having a rough day, like a lot of ranchers and farmers can understand. He had breakdowns, rain delays, all of that.
Wasn't he trying to harvest beans or something like that?
He was harvesting soybeans. And you know what? After, like I said, he had a hard morning, but his day got better as he was making his first pass around the field with a combine. Ressler's luck changed, as he put it, a random strikeout. There, laying dead center in the path, were the remnants of two beautiful white-tailed bucks with their racks entwined. Yes, you heard me right. The racks were entangled from fighting, which led to, yes, a sad death, most certainly. But we gotta say, what amazing find that there were still the skulls, the antlers attached, as the coyotes had dragged off many of the bones. But yes, still the racks were still there. And the fact that they were laying in a field where Ressler was able to get a good view of them before they got caught up in the combine itself. And that could have caused a major disaster right there, a very expensive disaster for him. But anyway, what's also cool about this story of these racks that Brian Ressler came across was that his brother Mark and another neighbor, they'd actually been tracking these bucks for a number of years. They had named one of them Whitey, the other one High Five. And so you guys all know these were some very beautiful bucks. They were 160-inch class deer. Whitey, as they called him, they had seen him grow from a 5x6 up to a 6x7 and had been wondering why they hadn't seen him in a number of weeks. And the other one,
we know why.
Exactly. The other one they had nicknamed High Five. So there you have it. Kind of a once-in-a-lifetime find to say that, you know, you're out combining, or those of us that, you know, work at the end of dirt roads might come across on just another day.
Enough to slow everything down and stop and take a look, see, and just try to discover and figure out what happened.
Absolutely, absolutely. So again, congrats to Brian Ressler on this awesome find. And just so everyone knows, he is working with the North Dakota Game and Fish to get the proper tags, and he plans to have the heads mounted. I can't wait to see those racks. And by the way, you can head to our Facebook, Instagram accounts, or head to thebendshow.com for the pictures. Now, I challenge everyone, like I do each and every week, if you find something spotlight worthy, to send us those pictures, information, and tag at The Bend Show on social media. You just might be our next spotlight shout out, or even as a guest on this show. To kick off our news first, we're going to do a little PSA first, Tigger, and that is in regards to, yes, it is hunting season, and whether you're listening to this and you are a hunter or not, or maybe you're a livestock producer or a photographer, someone that's out in the field, regardless, right now you need to be...
Maybe you're just a companion of somebody.
Yes, make sure you are wearing orange, riding with orange, tying orange on your horses, on your dogs, things like that. For example, we were out pheasant hunting, and we, of course, had our dog with orange tied on so we could easily see him. But, even when you're out moving cattle, bringing them home, things like that, it's smart to be wearing orange at all times.
That's really a good idea, because now is 'tis the season when maybe you are early in the morning, you're trying to go out hunting or something like that, when a lot of producers are moving cattle, when there is people that are harvesting sunflowers and corn, and so there's those slow-moving vehicle signs. That's a really good idea that you may pop over a hill, and for us to put some orange on. That's a really good idea. I never thought of that before.
Well, and and not just watching for ourselves, watching for others. Here's a little bit of a Cowboy 911 I saw out on my social media feeds just here in the last couple of days out in Colorado. The Bunker Basin Trailhead at Sheriff Reservoir in Colorado, Unit 12. They have a red roan that is running wild. The rider is okay. He was dressed in orange. He was found. He is okay. I think
the rider got bucked off.
Yes, he did
have
having to have surgery is what it sounds like, but they were from Missouri out in Colorado hunting. He came off a horse. The horse is still rogue, running around.
So they're trying to find
right. So that's the other thing is remember to keep your eyes and ears open, because it's not just you, it's others you got to be watching for too, or maybe you'll come across their horse or something that has happened. Mishaps happen. Nobody's perfect.
That happened to your brother, didn't he, when he was elk hunting, or was that when you were elk hunting?
No.
Him and Tracy,
when he ran
into some other hunters were right there, and nobody saw each other, and then all of a sudden they saw the orange on each other, and hey, and then they got each other's attention. What was that, 2 years ago?
Couple years ago, yes. But thankfully, yes, everybody was wearing the proper colors as they were supposed to be. And so, again, it's just a good PSA to remember. It doesn't matter if you're, even on your own property, you're thinking you're all good. It just doesn't hurt this time of year throughout the whole fall season into winter to be prepared.
I do like the idea when you said the photographers, because you like to hunt with your camera.
I do.
Many times, and if we're pheasant hunting or something in a group of us, and you turn, and the photographer could be beside you. The photographer could be behind you, if that's the case. Videographers, too, with a lot of people's hunting shows that are going on. Good idea, Beck.
All right, here's our first news story. Parents of kids. Now, I know Tigger and I don't have any kids, but we have been guilty of doing this one right here in the blind while hunting with, say, our nephews. This is coming from the American Academy of Pediatrics, the children doctors. They're recommending parents do not share your coffee with the children. They're saying coffee can elevate heart rates and blood pressure, as well as contribute to acid reflux, insomnia, and anxiety. The Academy also says giving kids cold coffee with the whipped cream, caramel drizzle, chocolate syrup, and such is not recommended due to the high calories.
What are they like? I mean, just one of those drinks, the capo, frappo,
frappuccinos,
whatever they are, aren't some of them pushing 1,000 or more calories?
Oh, right. And I don't even think they're considered coffee at that point.
Then it's just melted ice cream.
But, I got to admit, I've been known to do this. I think the first time I ever tried coffee was when I was out hunting with my dad. So I can see how it happens. So there you go. Another PSA.
You just shouldn't.
We don't mean to be Debbie Downers today, but here's a fun one now in the news. Arby's, the fast food company, get this, they're launching their own smoked bourbon. Yes, you heard me right. They are
bourbon flavored sandwich or
alcohol.
Actual. What?
That's right. They're
Why am I late
their
to this
very own
party?
alcohol. Yes, and they're saying it's to help emphasize their "We have the meats" slogan.
So hold on here now. No, we can't go into Arby's and order a
no,
bourbon
it's
diet.
limited. It's a limited edition release. Hear me out on this one, okay? Just sit back
if I be
and
quiet, you'll explain the whole thing.
Yes.
I'm confused right now.
Yes, the new Arby's smoked bourbon is billing this spirit as Arby's bringing its smoked meat experience and expertise to bourbon, as the limited edition whiskey is smoked with some real woods, hickory, mesquite, and pecan, the same used to smoke Arby's signature meats. And yes, we are talking about the Arby's, the fast food restaurant.
So they're selling booze, but you can't get...
Yes.
You're telling me I can't go to Arby's now and buy this whiskey?
Nope. Keep listening here.
All right.
Arby's smoked bourbon is going to be a 90 proof, and they're recommending pairing it with Arby's brisket and ribs. And by the way, in case case you don't remember, this is not the first time that Arby's has ventured down the liquor route.
What?
Yes, get this.
What?
Last year, they had the Crinkle Fry and Curly Fry vodkas. And do you have any idea how hot these were? Do you have any idea how fast these sold out, Tigger?
No, I don't know.
They sold out so fast we didn't even hear about it because they sold out in 2 minutes. Yeah.
So what, online?
This is a big
is
deal.
That where you?
Yes.
Oh.
So the initial on sale is going on online, and it's happened just here a couple days ago on Wednesday. And they're going to have a couple of drops of it. It's being sold for $60 a bottle, and it's unknown how many of these offerings they're going to have, how many bottles they're going to be selling. But for you collectors, and I'm bringing this up because I know a lot of folks that collect booze, especially bourbons and whiskeys. That's a high collector's item. Well,
I need to become friends with those people.
Here we go. Right now, Arby's smoked bourbon is said to only be available online to residents in California, Colorado, Florida, Kentucky, New Hampshire, New York, and Washington, D.C. So right now, I think I just know what went on everyone's Santa's wish list.
So to get this straight, we cannot go through the drive-through and order a bourbon diet.
Nope.
I have to go
no
idea that
and
Arby's
you have to be a
was playing in
resident
this game.
of those states. So there you go. Now, everybody, you can be calling your friends and family to grab you a bottle if they really love you.
We are so late to this party.
Okay, here's a story. We head to Mexico. A father and son were recently snorkeling off the coast of Mexico when a sea lion approached. You know, Tigger, I've heard that sea lions are very friendly. Well, this sea lion swam around the boy before moving in and apparently hugging him. The father got this footage all videoed. He's got it online. You go to Google, video it. Anyway, yes, the son and the sea lion ended up swimming and playing together for quite a while. Kind of a cute story.
Oh,
that's a wrap for now. Coming up, we want your loved ones that just might not be into hunting, fishing, or those outdoor activities to tune in. So go grab them and turn it up. We've got your back and ideas to make them feel like they are still part of making the memories with you, even when they're not right there beside you. Stay where you are. One never knows what's coming around the bend. We'll be right back.
It's super easy to get a hold of Beck, and we want to hear any story that you may have or just what's happening around your bend. 305-900-2363. That's the hotline. Leave a message. Send a text. 305-900-2363.
Add a little heat to those burgers and brats. Add some Mickey's mustard or some Mickey's hot mustard to your summer cooking. Ain't nothing like it. Mickey's mustard. That's Mickey'sMustard.com. Mickey's mustard.
Marlo Anderson here, and believe it or not, I am the National Day Calendar creator. We are the calendar that brings you National Donut Day to Coffee Day and everything in between. Subscribe to National Day Calendar and never miss a reason to celebrate every day.
The hunt is planned. The guide is booked. The trip is blocked off in the calendar. But one huge detail remains, preserving that trophy, creating a memory that will last a lifetime. Little Rack Taxidermy has that fast, friendly service to fulfill your taxidermy in a timely, professional manner. Reach out to Heather with Little Rack Taxidermy through Facebook at Little Rack Taxidermy or send an email to heatherjoe23@hotmail.com. Little Rack Taxidermy, bringing back the natural look.
Shooting ducks, skinning bucks, I'm a hunting princess in a pickup truck.
OverTheEdgeOutdoors.org, a nonprofit providing veterans and active service members with opportunities to hunt and fish at no cost to them. For more information or to donate, check out OverTheEdgeOutdoors.org.
Again, that's OverTheEdgeOutdoors.org. As I mentioned before break, I wanted you to grab your loved ones, those that may or may not be into hunting or into going out hiking or any of those things with you here in the fall now that it's going on. And they sometimes might feel like you're left behind. They're left behind because they know how excited you are and you wait all year long for this time of year. Well, I'm here to tell you, those that are tuning in for the first time, you're welcome. You're welcome into our blind. You're welcome to our fire. But I'm here to help you out because there are activities that our loved ones do that maybe we're just just not into, but you know what? We can still be a part of that memory. And what I'm suggesting is oftentimes we look at these times of year as, oh gosh, they're gone again. What is the old meme or the joke that's been
Maybe
on a t-shirt?
Maybe they're glad to kick them out
that says this marriage is over is on hold during hunting season.
Right.
You know, things like that. Well, it doesn't have to be. So think about it. When you think of your loved one, if there are items that you usually maybe buy them at Christmas or only at their birthdays, what about changing it up and thinking about getting them something a little special now when they're on their way out to do this activity they're so excited about? So here you go. These are some things I consider that won't break the bank, but to maybe give that hunter, fisherman, angler, hiker, someone in your life that you know is out a lot this fall and aren't around, but can still think of you on a high note and know that you are with them, that you've not been forgotten. Pack them beef jerky. Grab all different kinds of jerkies and stuff. Jerky can be expensive, so it's kind of nice to get it as a gift, and you can never have too much of it. Another one, hand warmers. Here's one that I really like.
Great idea.
Zippo. They have a refillable hand warmer, by the way. Works terrific. And get this, if you know that your loved one is going to be, at elk camp, so his boots might get wet or her boots might get wet like mine always do, they can use these refillable Zippo hand warmers, toss them in their boots, and their boots will dry out. There you go. Trail mix, another great one. Who doesn't like nuts and all of that? Besides, you're keeping your loved one healthy. One more, wool socks. Now you're looking at me going, socks, but wool socks can get very expensive. Sometimes it's $15 to $25 just for one pair.
They're breathable. That's why.
That's the other thing. They wick away the sweat from their feet. That's why we love wool socks, those of us that are in the outdoors. Here you go. Favorite special drink. Does your loved one have maybe a special beer that maybe costs a little more, or say a spirit like a whiskey or a wine?
You were talking about one just a little bit ago from Arby's. Right,
yes,
right.
Exactly. Grab them a bottle of bourbon. Think about gifting them a bottle of their favorite to share with their friends and family at the end of the long day, because a lot of times when you come back to base camp at the end of a day, hunting or fishing, whatever it might be, the reminiscing of the day's activities is what everybody remembers the most. They love sharing, so there they go. They can share that bottle of whatever special brew you may have sent them on their way with. Here's another one for their pack. Think about buying an assortment of cheese and sausages. You're thinking, well, they already make their own sausage out of the deer they have. Not, you know what? There is something about getting to try something new. And those specialty cheeses and sausages, again, can get a little pricey. So it's a kind of like a special treat to get to try these different delicacies when you're out in the field. They'll thank you for it.
So we're going
Don't
hunting
worry.
and you're buying us presents. I love this.
I'm almost done.
I love this.
Here's a couple last quick ones. Candy. Figure out, remember, what are their favorite craves so they have them out with them. A quality thermos or insulated cup. That's a big one, because whether your loved one likes hot or cold drinks, you can't go wrong with a really good quality insulated cup or mug for them. Rechargeable USB battery pack. This one's a big one, and I bring this up because almost everybody takes all of their photos on their phone. So it's not just to be able to call home or to use those fancy apps that make sure they haven't been lost in the backcountry. If they don't have their phone to capture what they said they saw,
brilliant.
There's, we need the proof. Proof is in the pudding.
Brilliant.
So there you have it. A quick couple of ideas to keep you in your loved one's thoughts when they're out making those memories. Okay, I know I just threw a lot at y'all, but don't go anywhere. There's more of the Ben Radio Show right after this, so stay where you are.
Join the Celebration Nation. Never miss another national day. From National Pretzel Day to Junk Food Day, be notified about contests, coupons, and prize opportunities. NationalDayCalendar.com. Never miss a reason to celebrate every day.
It's all about you. This is Michelle with About You Photography. Super excited to be the official photographer of Tigger and Beck. Get a hold of me for all of your photography needs, from custom shoots to stock photos. About You Photography on Facebook and auphoto.net.
Passionate about hunting, conservation, learning, and encouraging others? Watch Buckstorm on YouTube. Weekly videos about what it's really like hunting the Black Hills. Regardless the trophy or left empty-handed, Buckstorm on YouTube shares the real stories. Subscribe today, Buckstorm.
The calendar has been marked, your aim is on point, and all that's missing is a clothes to take you to the next level. TheTellyOutdoors.com specializes in clothes that fit, wicks, and move silently while providing comfort and durability. TheTellyOutdoors.com.
This is Beck. First, I appreciate all of you for listening and making The Bend part of your week. Many of you have asked, how do I catch past episodes? The answer is super easy. Head to thebendshow.com and click on the shows tab. There you can listen to every episode all the way back to episode 1. Podcasters, head to your favorite podcasting app and search The Bend. You'll find us. Be sure to follow and subscribe and never miss another episode again.
Hey, this is Justin Hampton, Ozark Traditions TV. The Ozarks had seen its first cold front move in over the weekend, and it was pretty shocking. From the word on the street was there was hardly any deer movement. We got down into the mid-30s. Usually, deer move quite a bit in that range, and there was no movement. So I don't know if maybe it wasn't cold long enough for them or what, but it wasn't a good weekend for deer hunting down here in the Ozarks. There wasn't much movement, but the good thing is we still got a lot of season to go. Who knows? I mean, there is some deer dropping, so everybody just waiting on their big buck to come through still. So thanks for letting me talk.
You know, Justin, you're not alone. I think a lot of people experience some colder weather sooner than they wanted to. Mm-hmm. We're with you there, buddy.
Here we go. Beck's Barrel of the Feel Good. There have been some artists that have been in the news endorsing clothing lines, and we're talking country artists. Have you heard Blake Shelton has landed a clothing deal? Yes, the country singer-songwriter is designing fashion with Land's End called When You Know. Shelton says it's for Tigger is looking at me like, what? Why?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
I know, the guy only wears flannels, right? I thought that's all Blake Shelton wore flannels. Well, Shelton says it's for folks who want to look good and feel comfortable. It is flannel shirts. I'm reading into his quote here.
Oh, he's got his own line of flannels.
It says, if flannel shirts, jeans, and jackets are your style, you can now twin with Shelton. There you have it. If you've been looking for a new style of flannels, we're not going to talk about price point. I'm not sure where they're at. Next on the bandwagon of clothing lines is Luke Bryan. Oh, okay, get this. He's launching a new underwear line with Jockey. Oh boy, they're calling this the Jockey Outdoors Collection by Luke Bryan.
You know, there's so many ways I could go with this, but I'm not.
This is so bad. I don't know how this gets tossed in front of me. Luke Bryan was quoted as having this to say about the underwear line. Listen up, men, in case you needed to know this. He goes, I have always been an advocate for the love of the outdoors. So it was a no-brainer once I got my hands on the product and felt the quality. I became even more fired up for this to show up in the stores.
Give me a break.
You know, come on. Okay, football fans, you're not being left out either. Okay, looks like Darius Rucker. Yes, Hootie, we all know him as either Hootie or as Darius Rucker in the country world. He is releasing his newest collection with the NFL. Apparently, this is his second year doing so. It's the NFL by Darius Rucker collection, printed by Fanatics, and it features t-shirts, fleece options, outerwear, vests, and more. Rucker had to say about his NFL line, when I was initially asked to be a part of it, I was shocked. As a lifelong football fan, it's been a dream come true to curate a fan apparel line inspired by blending my passion for both music and football. The clothes for me are all about sharing clothes I would want to wear. Everything in this line, if it has a Miami Dolphins emblem on it, for example, I'd wear it. I checked into it. I did pull it up. You can order any of the clothes with your favorite NFL team. We're going to call this show Wrapped. Thank you again to my producer, sound engineer, co-host, and buddy in the blind. He's laughing at me. Jeff Tigger Erhardt. And a big thank you to our Bend Field staffer, Justin Hampton from Ozark Traditions TV. By the way, if you're on YouTube, be sure to subscribe and follow them. They always have great updates and tips along all the way through hunting season. As y'all keep making those memories this fall, especially as hunting season and autumn festivities keep rolling on, keep telling us about it. We want to hear about it. We want to see the pictures by email and appreciate always being tagged at The Ben Show on social media. Again, a big congrats goes out to Brian Ressler from North Dakota on his find when he was out combining soybeans. Heck of a find to come across two beautiful 160-inch class whitetails entangled and to find their racks still together. Very cool find. So if you come across anything like that, be sure to send it this way. By the way, as a quick recap, we've had some great stories of first-time youth hunts so far this year. We're talking about one young lady who took a beautiful muley. Another young man's story was he shared his first black bear hunt. And we've had some great bow hunting successes. So if you missed part of this show or you'd like to catch up on past shows, you can find them all on the website, thebendshow.com. Again, that's thebendshow.com. And be sure to subscribe on your favorite podcasting app. Looking to change things up in your next event, conference, awards, banquet? Have us, Tigger and Beck, entertain your crowd. From MCs to event headliner, public speaker, Calcutta auctioneer, to acting as host couple. And yes, Tigger is a PRCA rodeo announcer, if you didn't know that. We can take care of everything for you. We'll bring the laughs and we'll have everybody smiling till the end. Thank you to our partners, Ditelli Outdoors, About You Photography, Buckstorm, Little Rock Taxidermy, Mickey's Mustard, ToxicCalls.com, Wablo Creek Outfitters, Atlas Tracks, Abrahamson Rodeo Company, RFD TV, and the Cowboy Channel. Finally, a big thanks to all of you listeners out there that came along, and whether you're coming or going today, stay with us as we ranch it up. Remember to keep up with me, Beck, all week long by following The Bend on Facebook and on Instagram at The Bend Show. This is Rebecca Wanner. Catch Beck if you can next week on The Bend.